everybody. Welcome back to part 2. So picking up where we left off. We were just entering the cave, apparently. And I'm stuck. I'm trapped. I need to get out. Can't go back. And yeah, we have a weapon, our lights, sources. And we were just being told about how to stealth by standing still and crouched. And when you see this, you're safe. So, just a random bottle. A wooden box. Not as heavy as it looks. Still, it should serve as some form of weapon if I had to defend myself. Yeah, maybe. Well, those rocks would be better, but... So we gotta be careful. So here's the map. Northern area. And this right here is us. A little circle. That actually says that. Your location. Okay, so exit is where we came from. There's an office to the left. Explosives to the left. This leads to the northern area, I'm assuming. A storage area and a workshop. So I guess let's go to the closest thing first, which would be going left, following the left wall. We should hit an office. Okay, yeah, these signs are here, directing us over there too. Okay. So yeah, let's just go left. Use cover, obviously. I guess you can move when you're... Yeah, you're still stealth when you're crouched and moving. So you could do the little peeking. Storage room, we're looking for the office. More rocks. Office. Nice. Go in there. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's like we're in Resident Evil. Get a typewriter. So yeah, you want to check every kind of openable thing. You have drawers, lockers. There's something. Beef jerky, not without aroma. Beef jerky, not without aroma. So what beef jerky's for, I don't think it's for eating at all, but it's for animals in this game. You can use it as a distraction. I tend to not really use them that much, but it's there. Oh wow, you can actually pick it up. This typewriter dates back even further than the war, made in Germany, 1923. Empire typewriter. But nope, you cannot save your game with the typewriters in this one, like Resident Evil. There's nothing to say about any of this stuff. Rotting wooden shelves must be the added moisture from that grate. This whole room is putrefying. Huh. Yep. Here's more drawers. There's some more beef jerky. And... well, I prefer a first aid kit, but at least if I'm injured I can grin and bear it. So this is painkillers. So this is what heals you, yeah. the beef jerky is not for you. And yeah, the number lets you know how many you have. So we have 2 beef jerkies, 3 flares, and 1 painkiller. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just look and search everything. There's a flare. And that's locked. I need a key. I mean, that's what you do in every game like this. You take everything that isn't nailed down. Light, I miss being outside already. This place is starting to get to me, but even if I could reach that crate, it looks built into the rock itself. No way it's coming loose. Right. So much history in this place tied up in words and left to decompose. This is a dumped over file cabinet. There could still be something in it. Not likely, though. What do we got here? It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back to the World War II. Back to World War II. I suppose this mine was converted into some kind of bunker. It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back. Yeah, same thing. Damn chairs. These things get in the way in Amnesia. The Dark Descent as well. Flashlight batteries. Okay. A bottle of Bactrin might come in handy. It's a fairly basic wood desk. This place must have been converted into a functional office at some stage in its history. A bottle of Bactrin. I forget what that's for. Well, I remember what it's for, but I don't know what Bactrin actually is offhand. It's a military report dated 1945. What does that say? Officer's log. Okay. 15th August 1945. Command bunker, emergency airstrip Zulu, weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supplies shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern. Back in London, the Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, and that allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they found the recipe. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked away that manual in the chest in my office and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. The base is so disconnected sometimes. I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes. 7 bayonets, not necessary in my opinion. Procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7-C. An order for myself. My glasses are in rather a poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. One point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Make sure my mic is still recording, and it is. I muted it. So this is a running gag. I call it a gag. It's a running theme in a lot of horror games where people find some alien artifact and they bring it back, and nothing good ever happens when you do that. Which, here it is, right on this desk. We didn't check these drawers. There we go. Copenhagen Post article. Monday, 17th August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of Death Mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mine-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's natural high suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the early stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. That's not good. Few locals were conducive to interview. But those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the Turngate live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Okay, here's our key. It's a fairly basic work disk. That's not what I was wanting to click on. It's a small key for a locker or container. Right. Okay. It's an old artifact. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know. This man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Yeah, you shouldn't have touched it. So yeah, Howard is Philip's father, which we're looking for, basically. I may never get used to that. So when you touch it now, and you hear those weird sounds, this is what saves your game. So now when you go into load, you have save spots, which is that. Auto saves, which is what the game just does. Like when you enter a new level, you leave and go back to a previous. And then favorites. There's saves you can mark as a favorite. Don't remember how you do that. But anyway, I wanted to explain that that's how you physically save your game. But if you've enabled quick saving in the settings.cfg, then you can quick save and quick load whenever you want. But It's always good to make hard saves when you can. These chairs, man. So yeah, I wanted to say too to everybody, let me know in the comments how the picture looks, the video, how my voice volume sounds, how the game volume sounds. Let me know if you guys think anything needs to be adjusted. I've already noticed, and I've learned from other YouTubers that record game footage, that usually what you record comes out darker than how you're seeing it when you're playing it. So, and the video editing at the end of all the gameplay stuff, I'm going to increase the brightness or contrast of the entire video to kind of make up for that. And I'm trying to balance my voice and the game audio independently and all that, but I need you guys to let me know how it sounds to you, and if I need to adjust anything, I will. Alright, so we need the key, double click, and red means you can't use it. If you just click, it's going to go away and turn back to a hand. So when it lights up, then you can use it. And some kind of chemist's tome full of recipes for making explosives. Big Book of Explosives. 1923 edition. So there's a lot to read in here. There's going to be segments of this game that's just a lot of reading, just how it is. You can skip if you want. I recommend you don't. I'm trying to give you guys the full story and everything by reading. This will have a lot of reading in this note, but we'll reference it later. But I'll go ahead and read it now. So chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder. But be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. Materials required: string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, and backstrin. The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2.1, Dynamite. Invented by Alfred Nobel in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It has proven far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, provided that it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of diatomicous earth, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of the explosives liable to detonate on contact. Materials required: 1 part diatomicous earth, 3 parts nitroglycerin, a small amount of sodium and carbonate. Text unreadable, and then simply form into short sticks and wrap in paper. Chapter 2.3, Trinitrotoluene TNT. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by the German chemist Joseph Wilbrand. Just checking my timer, make sure it was still on. But it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact, as did other shells. Gotta get a drink. Chapter 2.6, Armstrong's Mixture. Armstrong's Mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it as death mix. Its incredible vitality make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Materials required: red phosphorus, barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. Alright, and that's how that ends. So, black match fuses, dynamite, TNT, and Armstrong's Mixture. So we'll be keeping that on us, a chest for storing valuables. And we'll have to reference that in a little bit. So, got everything. I was going to try to like hop up on here and look at this picture better. It's pretty blurry. Try to turn the light off. Can't read the notes. So, quick save, or hard save, I should say. And a quick save. May never get used to that. Okay, so we're done here. And that was the office. Sorry, I keep clicking the wrong buttons. I gotta get used to the keybinds of this game. Oh god, there's something else down here with me. I can't just wait here for whatever's around the corner. I need to hide. Ooh, I just saw him. That was one of those. Never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I'd better not stare at it. Anything with my field of vision might induce panic, basically. Yeah, so it's kind of like don't look at it for too long. So essentially that's a dog, and beef jerky is what they're for. You can kill them. I'm just trying to avoid this one for the moment. Chill back here for a second. I don't know if he's despawned or... Oh, I just heard him. I'm not really entirely sure where he is. Oh, there he is. He's patrolling. There's his eyes glowing. Ooh. Let's just cut across. Workshop. We'll go in there in a minute. Storage room. Yeah, I'm just staying crouched. Ooh. hear them. There's maybe more than one. Yeah, I can use that as a weapon. Okay, now we're back to the map. And yeah, it works. Ooh. Okay. Don't really need my light on. Yeah, let's go to storage then. Over there, I guess. Use these boxes as cover for sure. I think it was this way. Storage room. I still hear you. Out of here. Loading. Okay. Nice. I heard that. Did you hear that? Yeah. Something crawling in there. Lots of paper boxes with rusty nails. Anemic red. Okay. I thought that said great pain. It says great paint. It don't look like great paint to me. Distilled paint cans dried up long ago. Yep. What is this? Bugs equals sad face. Yeah. What the? Somebody's in there. What is this? We have boxes. Box with something minus that something equals stairs and a hatch. Move the box. It's just some kind of trap door, but I can't see where it would be. And then I have no idea what that is. But instead of just a sad face, I think it means you're dead. So stay away from whatever that is. It's a Zippo lighter, but it's empty. Be a handy thing to have. It's a crude representation of a scorched, writhing spider. Gross. So Zippo plus fuel equals dead bugs with a smiley face. The work of either a child or a deranged mind. Bugs equals sad face. Locked from the other side. That doesn't mean there's someone still inside. I can hear chattering. Thank God I can't read it. Jotted down a note. Some things you read, just skip if you don't read them quick enough. There's not much you can do. There's a locked door with odd noises coming from behind it in the storage. Well, there's the timer for this video. Trying to stick to the 30 minutes. So we'll end part 2 here, and we'll see you in part 3.